Okay, recorded.
First of all,
Can
what is
continue.
this?
Can continue.
Okay. As we all know, asset accounting is a subsidiary ledger for GL accounting. And by using this, we can handle the life cycle of the assets in SAP. Basically, in the organization, for example, we purchase the asset and we capitalize the asset, we calculate the depreciation, and from asset procurement to asset scrapping, all the transactions which happens during this period will be handled by asset accounting. Whatever the transactions happens during this period, we post it to the asset master. In SAP, each and every asset is represented with the asset master. That is the introduction about asset accounting. And if we see here in this diagram, we can see that the main in the asset accounting, the main important thing is asset class. The values, when we first we create the asset master. Here, asset master is linked to the asset class, because when we create the asset itself in the AS01, we create the asset with reference to the relevant asset class. For this asset class contains the account determination, screen layout, and number ranges. Through account determination, we assign the GL accounts to this account determination. From these, whenever we post the values to the asset master, those values will flow to the GL accounting for reporting purpose. And screen layout. What is the purpose of the screen layout? Screen layouts will help to control the status of the fields in the asset master. I mean, in the asset master, we have several fields. Like in the GL master, when we create the GL master, we have various fields. GL master and vendor master, customer master, like that. In asset master also, we have the various fields. To control those fields, like whether it is a surplus or required and required field, surplus or optional entry, those kind of things will be controlled by the screen layout. We can manage that. We can control those things from by using the screen layout. And number ranges. The purpose of the number ranges are to, I mean, whenever we create any asset, we will get one unique number. So that number will come from this number ranges. We assign the number ranges to the, we maintain the number ranges in this, then from this system will pick the number for that asset. In this number ranges are at asset class level. So coming to depreciation, and also to this asset class, we assign that depreciation areas. We have various kinds of depreciation, like tax depreciation, book depreciation, and cost depreciation, group depreciation, like that. So those depreciation areas are linked to the asset classes. Then when we create, once we create the asset master, we assign the depreciation key to the asset master. This is how the whole process will happen in the asset accounting. Yeah, here, if you see creation of when we create an asset, first we create the asset master. Then we post the values, acquisition values, F-90, whenever we acquire the asset, and then we capitalize through the F-90. So then it is related to the, whenever we acquire, we have to pay to the vendor. So in that case, it is linked to the AR, means account, AP, account payables modules. module. And then after acquisition, every month we calculate the depreciation, right? That will every month we post it to the asset. Those values will get posted against the asset master. Then it will pass to the general ledger accounting as part of the period end activity. And then if there are any additions to the asset, those values will get posted. And then if there are any, for example, before the useful life of the asset, if we sell the asset for any reason to the vendor, then it will link it to the AR module, account receivables. So this is how the asset accounting linked to the GL accounting through the account determination, as well as the vendor account, account receivables and account payables modules. At the time of the scrapping also, we do some transaction. When we sell the scrapping, we get something, some value, right? That will get posted against this asset. This is how the values will get flow to the asset master. And here in the asset master, we assign the cost center, business area, plant. In the asset master second tab, I didn't remember the control tab, I think. There we assign the cost center. So through that, the values will flow to the CO as well. Okay, in asset accounting, chart of depreciation. Chart of depreciation is the highest node in asset accounting. It created at the maintained at the client level. It contains the list of depreciation areas which helps to manage the legal requirements in asset depreciation calculation, as well as asset valuation for reporting purpose. We have various depreciation areas as book depreciation, tax depreciation, cost depreciation, group depreciation, etc. So these depreciation areas contained in the chart of depreciation. We copy the SAP has provided the standard chart of depreciations. Then we have to copy and create our chart of depreciation. We cannot directly create the chart of depreciation. So it is always country specific. This is the important thing. Once we create the chart of depreciation, we assign the zero tax indicator for the assets. Then we can assign this chart of depreciation to the company code. After that, we create the asset classes. Depreciation areas depreciation ordinary, we have various type of depreciation: ordinary depreciation, special depreciation, unplanned depreciation. Ordinary depreciation means whatever we calculate every month as per the plan, that is ordinary depreciation. Special depreciation means when there are any uncertain, it is only for tax regulation purpose. Unplanned depreciation is nothing but if there are any sudden occurrence of events will result in the reduction of the value. For example, if there is a vehicle, due to some accident, we want to sell it off, the value of the asset has reduced. So that kind of depreciation, we can treat it as an unplanned depreciation. And the main purpose of the depreciation areas, we maintain the depreciation areas book depreciation, tax depreciation, like that. So those depreciation areas will help us to calculate the same asset. We are evaluating differently for different legal reporting purposes. So we can calculate these values parallelly by using depreciation areas. This is the main purpose of the depreciation area. And depreciation key. When it comes to depreciation key, before that we have to maintain the depreciation methods. We have various depreciation methods like base method, declining balancing method, maximum amount method, multi-level method, period control method. Base method. In the base method, we maintain a type of the depreciation and method of the depreciation. Like what is the type of the depreciation means ordinary depreciation or special depreciation, unplanned depreciation, these kind of things. And method of the depreciation means whether we want to use the straight line value or WDV method, that kind, those things. And it also contains how after completing the life it contains how we should treat the after useful life of the asset, how we are going to manage this asset. Like we are going to, for example, in case of the straight line the WDV method, declining balancing method, the depreciation will not get zero. So how we are going to maintain reach that value, or else if the depreciation is going useful life of the asset is going to end in between the year, then how we are going to treat those control parameters contains in the base method. Declining balancing method, when we want to calculate the more percentage of the depreciation, in that case we go for this. Here based on the depreciation depreciation percentage which we maintain in the base method, this here we maintain the multiplication factor. The system will pick the depreciation percentage from the base method, and then it will add on to the this multiplication factor will add to that percentage. So the depreciation value become more higher when the organization wants to calculate more depreciation in the initial period of the asset, then they can go for this maximum amount method. In the maximum amount method, system whatever the system will not consider like a useful life of the asset or acquisition value of the asset. Whatever the value we maintain in the asset, this maximum amount method, system will calculate that value until that value, then it will stop. Here we can also maintain whether that value is applicable for only for a particular year, or whether it is applicable for entire life useful life of the asset, we can maintain here. Multi-level method. Here in multi-level method, we divide the useful life of the assets in various intervals. Then we maintain different percentage for each interval. By using this, we can calculate the asset depreciation in different percentages for each interval. Period control method. This period control method is a very important thing. It controls the how we are going to how the depreciation is going to calculate will be decided by the period control method for asset acquisition, at the time of the scrapping, at the time of the additional of the any additions to the asset. These values will be calculated based upon the capitalization. All these values controlled by the period control method. So basically, total depreciation key, this methods we assign to the depreciation key under the transaction code AFA MA. So this depreciation key we maintain whether it is a ordinary depreciation, special depreciation, all this kind of stuff. And then we assign these methods, calculation methods to the depreciation key, so that whatever the value we are calculating every month as part of the depreciation, that value will be controlled by these calculation methods. And in the depreciation method, we can also maintain scrap value, changeover method, and percentage, these things. And here also there is one more indicator, like mm, day wise depreciation. If we select that indicator, then in that case system will ignore this period control method. Okay, that's it. Thank you. If anybody have any doubts,